Hey everybody, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is the market radar for midweek, July 8th. It'll be Wednesday, July 8th. We're in the midst of a Greek crisis, and for the last three radars, we've been really dependent on the news flow that's been coming out. But I am extremely happy with how the patterns have been playing out. All the trend lines, all the patterns, all the divergences, everything that comes along with what we follow here at Day Trading Radio has been, besides the news being out, has been really just perfect. And let me just go back here. This is the initial, this is going back here at the beginning of June and July, and we've had this little downward trend here, and we've rotated back down to 60, got their bounces. In this case, we actually had this nice rising wedge pattern. We're very conscious of this pattern as it breaks down 75, 80% of the time, and we know at a very good level where we could predict that breakdown, so it becomes a very highly profitable trade scenario. And then we got back down here, which our target was that lower trend line off of a bigger 1, 2, 3 pattern, this lower trend line off of these set of trend lines back here, and we got very close to it. Didn't get down to it exactly, but what happened was we flagged out again, got another rotation, which is all about the 60-minute time frame. We pushed back up, got overbought, pulled back down. They had a referendum vote. That vote here came out as a no. The market didn't get stunned and it didn't go into a free fall. It actually fought back the first day, and then we kind of fell through. And what happened is we came down to that lower trend line today, and with that, we had a perfect reversal setup here. We had what we call lane divergence right here, and that happened live on the show. And from that point on, it is one of the better areas, better strategies, trade strategies. And again, that's on the 5-minute chart. Now, if you look at the 60 has also been key. Oversold on the 60, bounce, overbought, pull back, wedge pattern, oversold, overbought, and then back down here. We kind of turned back up quickly. And again, this is a news kind of a move right here, based off of news and rumors. And what's going on right now is there's rumors, there's talk of maybe a deal being made over the next couple days. So the market here is rallying into that, buy the rumor scenario. Now, we don't know that, and seeing some of the comments that are coming out right now after the market, a little after 5 o'clock, we're seeing, a lot of talk coming out. IMF says no deal unless debt haircut. Junkner says this evening we have not found a Greece agreement. He also is saying that the EU has prepared a Greek exit scenario in detail. So I mean that is definitely on the table. Merkel out saying she isn't especially optimistic about Greece. So there is it's not out of the question that they pull off some kind of Greek exit or some kind of limited exit or something out there that kind of takes them out of the euros in some way. I'm not an expert on how this is going to be done, but that's what the market was kind of rallying on today, the possibility of a deal being made. But now, like I said, after the close, we're seeing these comments come out here, and there's also an ultimatum here saying that they have until Monday morning. Last moment for Greece government will be Monday morning. That's as far as they have, and then from that point on, I guess they're going to try to implement some kind of a Greek exit. So that's a EU Commission has a humanitarian plan for Greece if needed. So I mean they're trying to make the point that they're going to hold strong. It's up to Greece now pretty much to come up with a deal, come up with a proposal, come up with something that is accepted. The writing's on the wall. So it's really about if you believe this is how you believe this is going to go. The market again kind of rallied into the potential of maybe a deal. That's what we've been hearing towards the end of the close today. But now you're hearing something else, and like I said, that was the one big thing I warned everyone this week. Prepare yourself for a lot of rumors, a lot of false statements. Even Twitter and news statements could be false. There's nothing really out there yet, so that's why we have to still be very cautious going into tomorrow. Tomorrow being Wednesday, we also have the FOMC meeting. So again, fantastic technicals. We have the rising wedge pattern, the breakdown to a 1, 2, 3 pattern, the bounce, the overbought level. when we track the markets during the day, even if we look at that short-term 1 minute chart on the futures, which we kind of just track the market, when the market is in an established downward trend, you could really just start to key off on one side of the trade, and you want to have that trend. So we kind of concentrated on that fast rotation of the stochastics here. Each time it rotated back up, it was sold right into until the trend changed, and the same thing goes to a strong uptrend. But this downtrend has been more persistent over the last few days. So you've been seeing each time that fast stochastic had rotated up here, each time it was a sell opportunity. You didn't even have to wait for a triple threat. The triple threat is there. If you're not familiar with the triple threat, these are what we call HPS setups, and it's a combination of different indicators and patterns that play out at the same time, representing a higher probability move in the market. So a triple threat is a setup that we could see here on occasion, but we don't even need a triple threat. All we need is just a little rotation, a fast little bounce, and the selling came right into that bounce. So even here we had it. You could see each scenario until that scenario was broken. Here we had that downward channel, a little divergence here, textbook divergence. Yes, that was on Monday. So we had a lane divergence here into this channel. You see it, a great example right there. The higher low and the stochastics, the lower low. We talk about this wanting to be the fantastic indicator, but you have to be in front of it. You have to, I wouldn't say in front of it, you have to be there when it happens. You never want to be chasing this market. So you had one back there on Monday, and then Tuesday, again, we had that on the 5-minute chart. So, I mean, those patterns are playing out great. Right now, you can see we're kind of closed near the highs. Pretty much at the highs here. And we're going to watch the overnight markets a little. Europe is going to open up. I'm sure there's still going to be a lot of focus on China. So those things are going to be playing out. We still have the Iran nuclear deal on the table. Oil has been very volatile. So these are volatile times. I wish there was something better out there to really, grab onto, but the news is really the ultimate mover right now. But we expect that, and we know that. Impressive day today, and impressive. I went into the Greek, the Greek situation, thinking that a Greek exit would be, overall a positive. But we would have to deal with a short-term negative, just in the market fear of this event not being planned out, or just not being experienced before. And when the market hasn't experienced something unknown, it tends to get that's when it really starts to get volatile and pull back. When we have situations where we dealt with before, it tends to forget, not even bother with it in some cases. It focuses on other things. So we're coming close to a situation. Do they kick the can down the road? Is there a Greek exit? Personally, I think a lot of people are saying a Greek exit just gets this behind us, and I have a feeling if we did see some kind of announcement of a Greek exit and it was detailed enough in the plan, I would say small little snap, fall in the markets based off the news, but a quick return and probably a rally off of that. So that's something that we have to look for. The other scenario is, they come with a deal. The deal is pretty good. The market probably gets a nice little rally on that. If it just seems like we're just kicking the can down the road and we're not doing much to, other than put another Band-Aid on the situation, I don't know if the market's going to like that much. We'll have to see. But either way, it's still a little volatile. Let me just show you a couple charts, though. We had tremendous reversal candles playing out today, a lot of them. And when we say reversals, we're talking, engulfing patterns, some hammers, some piercing patterns. If you take a look at the daily chart, this is a very big candle. We took out the previous low, we closed above the previous high. Now, back in the day, this used to be a very powerful candle. A lot of technical guys would go off a candle like that. It's a huge reversal, but because it's news and bad news could come out tomorrow, we're not going to treat it like a typical selling and then a reversal on its own. It's a news-based candle, but it's a positive one either way. And we've seen that candle show up on many stocks. I mean, I'm just going to go through a couple of them that I'm actually in. CBS, beautiful candle today, outside day. Here is an example of CBS. I wanted to show you that, when we start to focus in on a good stock, and we're saying, all right, here's a nice pivot area here, looks like a nice 1, 2, 3. We want to kind of jump into it close to this trend line. And what happens is that what if it comes down to that trend line and then breaks down a little? Well, that happens, and normally you could go back to some great stocks and great patterns and look at the overall market and see that the overall market is pushed down because of something influenced on the outside influenced the market. And it's a great example on CBS, because if we zoom out on CBS, you could see there was a recent another recent channel back here, a nice 1, 2, 3 pattern, and we kind of flushed it here in October, and that's when the market actually got a little upset also. But whenever you flush a 1, 2, 3 pattern like this, normally you're looking at a divergence or a double bottom out of a channel like that and to push back up. But if you do get a breakdown out of it, typically comes back into the pattern, and then in this case, we broke higher. A very similar pattern here. It's a little shorter, but we had that nice reversal candle. Wouldn't be surprised to see this trade back into this bigger flag. The situation now with the news, if they delay this till Monday and it goes back down to a final thing, we're still going to have issues with these charts, and that's a shame, because I get some options on things, and if they're not too far out, we start to get some decay on them, and you want to get the move that the chart is telling you. But with the markets kind of overhanging us, or the news overhanging us, it's kind of like it's a race. So CBS definitely one to focus on tomorrow. Look at all these. I'm going to go through a couple that has the engulfing patterns. Carnival Cruise Line here, very strong at the highs. Caterpillar here, nice reversal candle, and oil and gas stocks also, showed up. These are just my engulfing candles. Deere actually holding a ConocoPhillips. Again, nice candle. Reversal candle. Pretty decent volume on these too. And here's another one, Halliburton, big reversal candle. Strata Systems, not interested in, showing up. First Solar, big reversal candle, nice hammer. I mean, these have potential. The OIH is a general ETF. It covers the oil service sector. Big candle on that one. Packaging, PKG, again, another example of that breakdown of that pattern, but now pushing back into the pattern. RSX here, Russian ETF. Some other ones, they're all kind of setting up. Now, there's also great stocks out there, and I discussed these on the radio today, and a couple that I want to get back into. CVS looks fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. This is one of my favorites. It's 106. I think it's going to pull away. EW was brought to my attention today. It looks fantastic. Nice little flag starting to break out of the flag. You could almost consider it a continuation pattern of a cup and handle, like a little dip back here. We dipped out, and now we're trying to break back up here through the highs. EW, CBS, got that. I mean, of course, Disney. I mean, look at these. There's, these stocks here are not showing any effect on what's happening in Greece. That's for sure. And I have a feeling that that's going to be the market soon. Dunkin' Donuts, DNKN. I mean, amazing patterns here. Amazing patterns. And there's a lot of biotechs that we want to get involved with. RCPT, nice setup. ALDR, a little pullback on that one today. RDUS, it's still looking sweet. So all these stocks, the great ones continue to be great. The sad ones continue to be sad. Fastenal here. I was holding to my ground on this. We actually had a pretty decent day. Earnings are going to come out next week, so we want to get this thing moving a bit. But that base here has just been kind of just dragging our feet here on this one. And the same thing here with the GE, which is typically a great setup off of this consolidation, but we kind of pulled back down. But a great candle, and love to see that follow through tomorrow. But it's up to the news. If this was a normal day, we just got some. The market was saying, all right, we found some buyers. It's a big reversal, but this, the rally at the end of the day seems like it was something based on the potential rumor of, agreement being made, and that has me a little bit worried. So tomorrow we have the Fed minutes at 2 o'clock. We got some oil data out in the morning and some other little small things. And Wednesday also begins official kickoff of the earnings season with Alcoa announcing after the close with a couple other ones, but Alcoa is really the big one. And that's it for the radar. You know, if I could give you a radar, and the radar normally comes with a call, you know, with the news as it is, it is a tough call here. You know, I'm gonna have to go to that caution signal. Normally, you get either 1, 2, or 3 arrows up, green arrows up, or 1, 2, or 3 arrows red arrows down, or a cautionary sign. You know, we've been pretty good on calling this. I'm tending to, you know, to kind of be an optimistic and think that things are going to try to get things done, and the market could rally into this a little bit further, even if it pushes it out a little bit further. But I think it's just too difficult of a call right now. So we'll put it a cautionary call for tomorrow's market. And remember, the market radar could come out at any time. I've been trying to get them out midweek, you know, doing it, of course, over the weekend for the whole week, and then doing it for Wednesday. And if there's something that arrives tomorrow and things look different, then you'll get another one tomorrow. So that's it. All right. So if you're out there and you're interested, stop by the show. We broadcast each and every day from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, covering the markets. I tell you, amazing, you know, seeing the setups here, and we mark them off here real time. And you can actually see it was a pretty steep pullback today, pretty steep area here. We broke down, pushed back down. We measured out some really good levels. All these levels that we pointed out here are real time. We put these here representing this level. When the news came out, we kind of stepped to the side, let things play out. There was a couple of trend lines we focused on that came into play, and you could actually see that. But this is where we ended up, and this is where we're going to start off when the futures open back up. So have a great evening. We'll see you in the morning. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and it looks like there is you know, potential for some upside, but the potential is more greater for some news that's going to cause the market still to be a little more volatile. So I will see you in the morning.